Please adhere to YouTube selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be lighting a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes. Or at least I'm going to be attempting to, because honestly, I don't know if this will work or not. I don't know if I can get an empty pack of cigarettes to light up enough to actually light a cigarette with. Will I be able to actually light a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes today, or will I fail miserably? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. But I figure that with enough flame and enough fuel, anything is possible, right? That's what I'm thinking at least. Today, I'm going to be smoking an American Spirit black cigarette from the United States, and I'm going to be lighting up my cigarette with an empty pack of American Spirit Blacks as well. But I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and get my American Spirit Black that I want all out of the pack, just like that. And now that I have my cigarette all out, I do think it's now time for me to go ahead and get one of my lighters all out of my pocket to go ahead and actually try to light up this empty pack of American Spirit Blacks to light up my cigarette with. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get one of my lighters all out of my pocket. I have a triple torch lighter from JR's Cigar Outlet in Selma, North Carolina with me today. I have another one as a backup just in case. Hopefully this one will work though, but without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and grab my cigarette just like that, just so it's all ready to get lit and everything like that. And let's go ahead and get to lighting this pack of cigarettes all up to see if I can actually, well, light a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm glad I have a backup. Just gotta get my backup all out of my pocket. However, initially, this does not appear to be wanting to light up very much. And it's not helping either. Like, we can see it's kind of charring and stuff, but it's certainly not helping either that there's quite a breeze going right now. That is not helping, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This might be more difficult than I was hoping, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't really sure if it was gonna be possible, but I'm thinking this might be even more difficult than I was kind of thinking it might be. Let's keep trying, though. Got a little bit of char on the cigarette, but it's not fully lit. All right. There we go, y'all. There we go. It took a little bit, but I got my cigarette lit up with an empty pack of cigarettes. No complaints on my behalf, y'all. None at all. This was a decent amount of hassle, but it worked. And now I'm trying to put it out so I don't cause any fires or anything like that kind of thing. I'm just gonna let it keep smoldering, I think. But it worked. I was able to get a cigarette lit up with an empty pack of cigarettes. I can confirm, though, an empty pack of cigarettes is not something that lights up particularly easily. It certainly does not light up as easily as a piece of, like, let's say, A10 paper or something like that kind of thing, or just normal thin paper in general. Also, I'd have to say, doesn't light up as easily as a dry leaf. And it just doesn't light up as easily as many things, in all honesty. I'd have to say a pack of cigarettes is probably designed not to light on fire if you accidentally, like, flick some ash onto it or something like that kind of thing. That would be pretty bad to have an entire pack of smokes go up in smoke if you just accidentally flick some ash on top of your pack of cigarettes and everything like that kind of thing. So I'm figuring, yeah, probably not designed to catch on fire. But either way, it can still light up, and it can still light up a cigarette. And I have proven just that today. Oh man, this has been a very interesting science experiment, to say the least. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Let's go ahead and grab myself a little bit of a screenshot for the thumbnail of this video real quick. Maybe I should char the front of it to make it look a little bit better. I don't think that's gonna work. I think both of my jet lighters are all out, in all honesty. I should have probably put some more fluid in them before this video, but it is what it is. Just trying to get myself a little bit of screenshot still. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. No complaints on my behalf. Real question is, though, how is the cigarette that I lit up with an empty pack of cigarettes? Well, initially, not so great, just because the inky sort of taste and the chemically sort of taste from the empty pack of cigarettes I used to light up this cigarette really did affect the taste of the cigarette. However, that was just at the very beginning of the smoke. Now that I've been smoking for a couple minutes now, that taste has very much gone away, and I'm just getting the pure tobacco taste, and I'm not noticing any of the flavor of the pack of cigarettes itself anymore, which is very good if I do say so myself. However, if you light up a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes, you can most certainly expect to have a little bit of a flavor of the empty pack of cigarettes when you first light your cigarette up with the empty pack of cigarettes. I can indeed confirm that. I'm just getting some gloves on because it is chilly out here, let me tell y'all what. It is very chilly. Much better. It's probably 40 degrees out here, but it feels more like it's like 30, 32, 33, just with the wind chill and whatnot. It's a bit chilly, I ain't gonna lie. Overall, though, is this something I would do again? Would I light up another cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes? No, probably not, in all honesty. It was kind of troublesome, I'll be honest. I wouldn't really call it a pain, per se. It wasn't quite as difficult as, honestly, I thought. I think the main issue I had with lighting up a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes wasn't the pack of cigarettes itself not wanting to smoke. It was, one, the wind, and two, my jet lighters not really wanting to work. Now, if you wanted to light a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes and all you had was a Bic lighter, I don't think it would really work at all, in all honesty. But with a jet lighter, anything is possible. That's what I'm saying. As long as the jet lighter actually wants to work, that is. But I wouldn't say it's something that I would personally do again. I wouldn't say I'd personally light up another cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes again. It's just a little bit too much trouble, and there's not really any point to doing it to begin with anyway, because you got to have something to light up your empty pack of cigarettes with. Like, unless I was well, actually, I guess there is like one or two scenarios where I might light up a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes. Like, let's say I didn't have a lighter with me, but for some reason I had a campfire. If if I had a campfire, I might put the empty pack of cigarettes in the campfire and then take it out to try to light my cigarette with and whatnot, and then throw it back in the campfire or something like that kind of thing. But, other than that, I can't really think of any other scenarios where I'd really want to light up another cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes again. Maybe a cool party trick. That's about it, in all honesty. But either way, this has still been a pretty interesting experience. It's still been a pretty educational science experiment. And it's been an experience that I haven't minded having. And it's been an experience that, honestly, I'm glad to have had. I am very glad to now be able to say that I have smoked a cigarette lit with an empty pack of cigarettes. That's just another thing to add to my resume right there, if I do say so myself. So certainly no complaints on my behalf, let me tell y'all what. Overall, what is the rating I would give this experience? On an interestingness scale, probably like a high 3 to 4. It's not like the most interesting thing in the world to do, but it's definitely more interesting than not. On a, like, would I do this again scale, probably like a 2. It's not like a straight 1, which is like, I would never ever do this again. This was a horrible experience. This is not a horrible experience by any means. But it's just not an experience I'd have again just because it's just too much trouble for what it's worth, in all honesty. As said, though, nonetheless, this is something I am quite glad that I did. I'm glad I made the decision to make this video today and to run this experiment today. And I'm glad I was actually able to get a cigarette lit up with, well, an empty pack of cigarettes. I'm very glad I was able to. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. I think that's pretty much all I had to say for this video today. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have ever lit a cigarette with an empty pack of cigarettes before. If you guys have, what was the scenario where you did that? Did you just do it for fun, or did you do it out of necessity? I am quite curious to find out. Thank you so much for watching today's video, y'all. If you guys have enjoyed watching today's video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my other channels all in the description down below. Go check them all out. To the next one, y'all. Excuse me. Stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?